Hi there, this is David and welcome back to Let's Play Saga 2 Goddess of Destiny. This is a remake of Final Fantasy Legend 2, originally released for the Game Boy back in around 1990, whenever I would have been roughly 8 or so years old. And it was my favorite Game Boy game of all time. Considering that the Game Boy came out in like 89, that's saying something, because the Game Boy had a long life. I think Pokemon came out in like 96 or something like that. So yeah, and that was original Game Boy too. So yeah, this is really saying something. This is at the top of my list of the best Game Boy RPGs, and here we have a remake. And it's a very, very good remake too. It isn't just like, just the regular story all retold and everything. There's a lot of different events, a lot of different stuff included in here. The storyline has been greatly expanded, and there's actually new abilities and things like that for the mutants, so that's kind of cool. Here we're having a little, I don't know if I want to call it a flashback, but just kind of little cutscenes of places that we're going to see on our journey throughout the worlds in Saga 2. Yeah, there isn't just one world here, there's multiple worlds, and they're connected by kind of like a celestial superhighway, for lack of a better term. So yeah, this is a very, very fun game, my favorite for the Game Boy, and this remake, it is done up right. There's actually a remake for Final Fantasy Legend 3 as well that I've already Let's Played. So yeah, here we have Saga 2 Legend of the Relics, Goddesses of Destiny. Let's go ahead and get the show on the road and get started. So as we go through here, I'm going to be talking about the differences and the similarities between the two versions. Starting right here. This was in the original version. The little opening movie that we just saw was not in the original version. It's talking about relics, but the original translation called them magi, but they're essentially the same thing. They're little pieces of the goddess, and I don't know, you get all of them and you have ultimate power, that sort of stuff. Oh, nice little play on words there. Another saga is about to begin. There was actually a remake for Final Fantasy Legend 1 as well, but I want to say that it was for the Wonder Swan, and that was never released in America, so we never got that remake. Well, we never got any of the remakes, but especially that one. So here we can choose our main character. It does not matter which one you choose. I will eventually be using one of every race here, but just for continuity purposes, I guess I'm going to go ahead and choose the human male. Oh yeah, definitely, we're going to go with here, and because I'm a narcissist, I'm going to be naming him after myself. Of course, I always do. Oh, and I am aware of that white line on the bottom of the screen. There's nothing I can do about it. I tried in vain for hours to get rid of this stupid thing, and it's not going anywhere, so I don't know what the deal is. Oh, well, what's that? And why are you waking me up in the middle of the night for this? Well, I guess every good JRPG starts off this way. Normally it's our mother waking us up, though. I mean, normally our father's dead. It's kind of shocking that you're still alive. Hey, and we get the mighty spirit mirror. Nice. This was called the Prism in the original translation. Sure. Yeah, where are you going? Okay. Thanks, Indiana Jones. Bye. You'll be back in a couple of days, right? I mean, how long are you going to abandon your 6-year-old child and your wife for? You're like a thief in the night. What's going on here? Years? Years? Are you serious? This bitch left for years? Are you kidding me right now? Yeah. He completely abandoned his son and wife for years while he went off adventuring and didn't say a word to his wife at all about it and left out the window. He's like, he just wins Father of the Year, let me tell you. Have we not gotten a letter or anything from him? Yeah. Not only has your husband abandoned you, now your child's going to abandon you too. She'll be fine. Oh, that is kind of sweet. Oh, if you say so. Wow, that was easy. But what if, our dad is dead? We don't even know if he's still alive. Oh, our teacher. Huh. Okay. In this version of the game, the teacher is literally just called Teacher. In the Game Boy version, he was called Mr. S, which I imagine was short for Sensei. The Japanese word for teacher. Oh, the world was created by ancient gods. Huh. Well, I guess everybody knows that. Oh, okay, so the relics are the remnants of their creation. That's why they have all that magical power. If her father's out looking for all these relics, why would he give the one relic that tells you how many relics are still in a world to our son? Unless he thought that maybe he was going to die on his journey, so he was like, well, I'll leave it here with my 6-year-old child for safekeeping. No one will ever find it there. Oh, wow. Is our father evil? Oh no, he's good. Well, that's good to know. Yeah, I guess so. Oh, that is true. I mean, if we're looking for the relics and he's looking for the relics, we're bound to run into each other eventually. Okay. Yeah, the Spirit Mirror and the Prism have the same ability. Both will tell you how many relics are left in the world. Oh, hey guys, what's going on? Are you gonna throw me a party? Oh, you want to come with me? Wow, everybody must hate this town. It's like the most boring town in existence. Oh, okay. We'll take 3. Sounds good to me. Okay, so the humans, they are very good at weapons. And they also have really high growth rates. Basically, espers and humans, whenever you use them in battle, depending on what action you choose, they will gain stats in magic, strength, agility, defense, and HP. So, yeah. I want to have one of each race here. So we already have a human male. Oh, by the way, the human male focuses on strength, whereas the female focuses on agility. It's not really that big of a deal. The Esper male focuses on ice magic, whereas the female focuses on fire magic, and I just think that the female looks a bit better, so I'm going to choose her. It really doesn't matter which one you choose, but I do like this blue hair here. So let's see what I'm going to name her. I'm going to name her after my late dog, Kringle. He died last October. He was 18 years old, and he was arthritic and deaf and blind, and he just died in his sleep, and yeah, poor little guy. So now over here we have robots and monsters. They work a lot differently from the humans and the espers. The robot, let's see, I'm going to go ahead and name this one Ken. Basically, the robot is going to be your tank, essentially. And we'll get more into how robots and monsters work as we go on. It's a lot to explain right now, because I just want to kind of get my party together right here. And for the monster, I'm going to name this after my best friend, Justin. There we go. Oh, by the way, of these monsters to choose the mini dragon. It is so much better than any other monster that we have available. If I was playing this on my own and not showcasing it for YouTube, I would not choose a monster. Monsters are not all that good. They have been powered up a bit in this version than they were originally, but they're still not all that great. I would personally replace the monster with another mutant, but that's just me. Here we have our menu screen, and there's a couple things that we could do here. Let's go ahead and put relic sensor for our map abilities so we can use that to see how many relics are remaining in the current world. We'll go through abilities, items, equipment, all that kind of stuff later when it becomes pertinent. Right now, I don't really care about it. And I do want to change my formation and put Ken in the lead as well, just because he has more defense than anybody else in my party right now with 6 defense. It's really nice. Also, more HP. We have a lot of options that we can go through here. We can change the menu color, which is kind of nice. We'll change it to purple. Why not? And message speed, definitely put that on fast. Everything else is fine. I'm not going to bog you down with all this other junk that we can do here. But I changed that map ability, so now, whenever we're standing still on the world map, we can hit the Y button for that little ability thing right there, and we can use the relic sensor, and there are 8 relics remaining in this world out of a total of 76 that we need to find now, since we already have the spirit mirror there. So that's kind of nice. Basically, you cannot move on to another world until you get all the relics in the first world. Oh. Well, what are we at right now? The inside world? Who knows? Yeah, I don't think so. We're all gonna be gone for a very, very long time. Oh, well, thanks, I guess. Hey there. Oh. Okay. Yeah, you can use your mom as pretty much a rest point if you want to. It's completely and utterly useless right now, so don't worry about it. Let's see. But you do, if you talk to anybody, at least talk to this guy. I don't think that he gave you anything in the original Game Boy version, but here, he gives you a potion. And a potion is your basic healing item of the game, and I believe it restores 50 HP and it has 4 uses. Every item in this game has a number of uses, be it magic spells, weapons, items, whatever. They all have a number of uses, and once you've used them, they are gone forever. But don't worry about that. That just kind of adds to the challenge here, but it's not that bad. It's really not. You'll never run out of weapons or anything like that, so really don't worry about it. Also, encounters are on screen, which is very nice here. In the original version, they were random, so yeah, now we have on-screen encounters. However, you can't have chain encounters if like there's a lot of enemies in one spot. They can kind of gang up on you, which kind of sucks, but oh well. Just again adds to the challenge, which is fine by me. This game is a bit more challenging than the original release, which is kind of shocking, because normally they make games easier. This one they made just a tad bit harder. Although, I guess they balanced it a bit better, too. Ooh, you can give me various tips. Sweet! Okay, in order to talk to your party members, what you do is go to the menu screen, hit start, and boom, Mr. S will talk to you. So we gotta go through the North Cave until we reach a town. So, let's do it! Here we are in the Overworld, and again, you use the L and the R buttons to kind of navigate your camera around. At this point though, I really don't want to get into very many encounters at all. It's completely useless to get into encounters right now. It's kind of a waste of your time, honestly, to get into encounters. And the reasons for that are twofold. Firstly, Mr. S is going to be kill stealing like the entire time. Yikes! Whoa! Oh man, I can't believe I actually made it through there. Because he is so much faster than the rest of your party. So, yeah. And you want your party to be getting as many kills as possible, or at least using as many abilities as possible. Great. Because the more abilities that you use, the more chances you have of gaining stat up at the end of the battle. So here we have our robot, who has a Derringer equipped, which is a gun. Robots have extra proficiencies with guns in this game. Notice it only has 25 charges. That's because whenever a robot equips an item, its charges get cut in half, but you can go to the inn and you can rest, and all those charges will be restored. It's kind of nice. Another thing, notice how these Jaguars are all in a group together. The Colt, or the Derringer, is a single target weapon, so I don't really feel like attacking just the one Jaguar out of the 3. I'll attack somebody else, like this robber over here. Now, David's long sword is also single target, so he'll just attack this goblin. Now, Flame attacks all enemies. It's really nice. So yeah, every single one of these bitches is going down, and both Justin and Kringle have Flame. Now, the teacher here has Dissolve, Fire, and Cure. Cure does exactly what you think it does, same thing with Fire. Dissolve is a single target, but it acts as like a drain ability, so that's kind of cool. Fire is really what I want to focus on right now, though, and whereas the Derringer and the Long Sword were single target, Fire can actually hit a group and target all 3 Jaguars, so let's go have him go ahead and hit those enemies. Another thing, in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, you're going to see Fast Forward. In order to activate Fast Forward in battles, all you have to do is hit the B button, and boom! We are now fast forwarding, making our battles much quicker. So that's very nice. Hey, and I got a max HP increase for David, and a Punch was obtained. Punch, I'm not really a fan of at all. It is a martial arts ability, and it has 90 charges, but as you use it, I would say the first 20 times you use it, it's going to deal no damage whatsoever. And then eventually, as you get, how do I explain this? The more times you use it, the more powerful it becomes, is really what I'm trying to say. That's basically the gist of it. And we'll go ahead and show these battles too. It's fine. And this is the reason why I said avoid battles, because the teacher's going to be kill-stealing all these guys, and none of your people are going to get any upgrades whatsoever. But as I was saying with the Punch, so the first 20 or so times you're going to use it, it's going to deal no damage, then it will deal a little bit of damage. And as you keep on going, it's going to deal more and more and more damage until you get to the last hit. When you have 1 hit left, you might want to save it for bosses, because it'll deal upwards of 1,000 damage. So if you feel like wasting 89 turns in battle on it, hey, be my guest. I used to do that whenever I was a kid, but I don't anymore. Now, here's monster meat. Don't eat it. Yeah, every single meat that is dropped in this entire first world will be worse than the mini dragon. If you got a different monster, especially like the goblin or whatever, then yeah, you might want to eat the meat. But otherwise, I would just say ignore it for right now. As we get to higher level worlds, higher level meat will be dropped. Get some more treasure here. Awesome. Now let's look at our equipment. I know there's a lot of stuff for me to cover, bear with me. So let's see what I want to talk about. Okay, so here we have the long sword on David. It has a modifier of strength times 7. So you can look at all of your weapons and see how strong it is. The battle hammer is weaker than the long sword, but it is a strength-based weapon, so it will increase strength upon use. So I do want to equip that just in case he runs at a long sword abilities. For Kringle, this bow sucks. Get rid of it. I'm just going to disequip it. I'm never going to use it. Because I do want to just go ahead and load down Ken with some other junk, like these bows right here, which will increase his agility by 2 points, but notice it also increases HP by 9 points. When you equipped equipment on a robot, it will increase various stats as well as their HP. Notice how the bow had 50 charges, and now it's gone down to 25. Again, whenever you equipped a robot with an item, its charges will be cut in half. If you wanted to, you can equip a potion on it, and it would only have 2 charges, but you can always restore it at the end, and he'd have some healing abilities. The next thing that I want equipped on him is the Bronze Shield, because there's like no chance that your humans or mutants will get defense bonuses by using shields, and it's kind of a waste, so I do not like using shields at all. I would rather just give them to the robots for the extra defense and the extra HP. So let's go ahead and do that, and while we're in here, if you go to the ability menu and you go down to the teacher, you can now use Cure and heal up any weakened party members. Okay, got all that done. Now let's move on to the Overworld, or the open world, or whatever it is that they called it, considering what we had earlier wasn't the Overworld, I guess. You're gonna become a god. I don't think so. For boss time! Against some dragon that I cannot pronounce. There's no frickin' way. Anyway, just use your same abilities against this guy and you'll be fine. You'll kill him in probably 2 hits. Well, There he goes. He dropped some meat. It could be kind of good if you want to use it. I don't. I like having flame. It is such a good ability. It's so nice. Wow. He exploded? Was he a robot or something? That's odd. What's going on, Teach? You're leaving me? Really? Oh. Oh. Okay. Well, thanks, I guess. Huh. Well, let's go back in there. What if I want to go home and talk to my mother again? Really? Seriously? Yeah. You can never go home again. You're completely screwed and completely blocked. So, what awaits us here in the Overworld? Find out next time, and let's play Saga 2 Goddesses of Destiny. This has been David. If you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a good day.